proud to be a hero. Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. We're coming to you from Clint's Comics in Monroe, Louisiana, and this isn't, folks, we had a very, probably one of the worst losses that just about any of us could ever have had. Clint Thomas, the longtime owner of Clint's Comics, passed away this past weekend. He was funeralized earlier today, and Clint has done so much, not just for me, but just all my other fellow customers in the 23 years that the store's been open. And throughout this episode, I'm going to be talking to some of my fellow customers, and they're going to tell me about some of the more memorable times they've had with Clint. And and also I'm going to be talking about some of the memorable times I've had with Clint. I've known this man for 15 years, and let me tell you, I have so many great memories with him.
Yeah.
All right, so let's kick things off like we always do. So I got to ask, any questions?
Questions I walk around in. Questions I didn't pride in.
Okay, we're gonna do things a little differently this week. Now, usually in the Any Questions segment, I ask and answer questions from viewers or fans of the show. But given the circumstances, I'm going to give some of my fellow customers the opportunity to tell you all some of their favorite memories about Clint. So I'm going to go ahead and let this gentleman come up.
I mean, what else is there to say about Clint? He was our local happy hippie, always with the best deals on comics, best stories, always an interesting tale to tell. That's kind of how Clint was. And there's always some kind of backstory to everything in this room. Like little toys, cards, anything that wasn't for sale, he has a story behind it. Now, granted, whether you had the time or not to find that story, because he had some long explanations as to where some of the stuff came from. But Clint was a cornerstone of this town. He got people into gaming, comic books. I started playing Dungeons and Dragons years ago because of Clint. He sold me my first set of dice, as well as my first Magic deck. So, and my now several hundred issue thick comic collection, that's also because of Clint. What else is there to say? But he was a great man. He'll definitely be this.
He just bought me a lot of trading cards that I used to get, but then Magic the Gathering came on and ruined the trading card market. I'd buy a box of trading cards like $30 or so. Get 5 sets of them. Like Marvel, DC, Boris, Julie, all the artwork cards, and all this and that. So And I get like 4 or 5 sets out of the box. I sell 2 sets, and set myself and set for spare. And then, and plus the money to go buy another box. So it's a self-sustaining hobby. But then Magic the Gathering came up and everybody stopped doing it.
I still collected Marvel cards for a little while.
Oh yeah, I've got Marvel 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've got 2 unopened boxes of Marvel 4. I found them going out at a place going out of business. 2 complete unopened boxes. And I got Marvel 1 repack box.
Excuse me, sir. You do know you're on camera, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but that was a. But I thank you for that because I'm actually giving some of the customers here, including me, the opportunity to tell you some of their personal memories of Clint. Because I actually host a weekly web series on YouTube called The Comic Hero Show that I've been doing for about 2 years. But for a little less than, I've been doing episodes here for a little less than a year.
Well, see, I was his first customer.
Oh, really?
He was working at other comic shops. He wanted to open his own. He needed comics to start it with.
Yes.
So I sold him several boxes of comics. I took him down to see his father. His father gave him the money. He gave it to me.
That is wonderful, folks. Wow, I never knew that. I mean, the 15 years that I've been coming here, I did not know that. All right, okay. Is there anyone that wants to? Anyone else wants to come up? Okay, go ahead.
You've been here for 15 years. That's exactly the same as me.
Oh, okay.
I started here about 1898, something like that. Just when Magic was just starting, get its swing going. Clint was the very first person I ever came to. I mean, there was a few nerd shops around town, Jamie's. There was Goblin Games at the time. None of them really fit the bill like Clint's Comics Weekend. My father knew Clint personally. He went to school with him. He's all like, you should go down there. Clint's been having that place for years. It's a good place. So I walked down here, which is a 2-hour walk from my house. Made it down here, dying of thirst. And Clint just hands me a Dr. Pepper. He's all like, here, man, let's go on. He's all like, I heard you sell Magic and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, and I've been coming here ever since. And the day I will always remember is the very first day Clint ever remembered my name. Just walking in, just like, hey Andy, what's up? This dude knows my name. I never remembered my name. Any store I've ever been in, it's always another face, another person. Not Clint. Clint's one of those. And I was looking around the shop and everything, and I found this right here, and I think this is a bit fitting. Death of Superman. Clint is Superman.
Yes, right.
This is how we feel. The same day we saw Death of Superman, it's the same day we feel here. I love you, Clint. There'll never be another you, man. Thanks.
All right, no problem. All right. Anyone else wants to come up?
By the way, what's your YouTube thing?
We have more media coming. Okay, it's the name of the web series is called The Comic Hero Show. It's okay, folks.
Oh, terrible. Sorry.
Might be in the back of your thing. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Oh, by the way, folks, that's Caitlin Loyacano from KNOE8 News. But all right, does anyone want to come up and talk about one of their and talk about Clint?
I guess I can get it.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Basically what I wanted to mention was the first time that I came over here, I'd never been to a comic book store in my entire life. The first time I ever went to one was in this very store. I ended up meeting the guy known as Clint, and I was just thinking, okay, so you're something of an urban legend. And I always thought that was kind of cool, but I never knew that he had a history that lasted for 15 years, and it's just, I remember seeing him like earlier yesterday whenever he was just petitioning to go in for sheriff, and then I heard that he went for mayor. And hearing that he died really affected me because it told me, what are we exactly doing with our lives? Where's our future? This guy actually died trying to achieve his dreams.
That's right.
And all we're doing is just, losing it and everything else. So, in memory of him, me and a friend ended up doing a drawing of him. It's not the one that you see on Facebook. There's one that I specifically made that portrayed him as all the things that he ever was in life and all the things that he ever wanted to be. From the bottom, there was Super Clint. Clint as a sheriff, Clint as the rock star that a few people might see on Facebook, Clint as the mayor, and Clint as the comic store owner. In some hopes to let everybody know that, you know, even in death, your hopes and dreams aren't forgotten.
That's right.
And I guess what I took away from all of this is that, you know, no matter what happens, you got to keep going for your dreams.
That's right. That is so true. Okay, is there anyone else? Oh, okay. One of my fellow customers, Bill Morgan.
Scarborough. Morgan's just my favorite.
Bill Scarborough.
I'm going to tell a story. When Clint told me that you were going to be doing the blog here, he was all excited. That's all he could talk about was you're going to do a blog. We're going to do a video blog. Talking about you being in the store, and it was like the number one thing we talked about until finally it happened. And then he said, we did a blog and all that. And they just wanted you to know how important it was for you to be in the store.
All right, thanks, Bill. All right, Bill Scarborough, folks.
Hey, Renee. You said come back again when you're
All right, folks. I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
One of my favorite memories of Clayton. I can remember the first time I came here about 15 years ago. I was a freshman at Louisiana Tech. There was this other comic book store that I went to back in high school, but it was inside the mall. I'll go there and I couldn't find it, and I found out from someone in some of the other stores in the mall that it closed down. They told me about another one. They told me about here at Clint's Comics. So what I did, I drove over here, and I walk in, and I'm thinking,
I found a bunch of those in Clint's case.
this is comics heaven.
They were like 50.
And then I see Clint, and I'm thinking, oh, and what's even better, it's run by somebody who looks like almost like Tommy Chong.
Let me know where I need to see.
But then over the years, as I got to know Clint, I know him as such a wonderful person, and I mean, he was a great guy. He always made sure that not only I got the comics that I wanted, that anyone who ever came in here got the comics that they wanted. And at a very dark part of my life, when I just started doing the comic, when I had done the show for about a year, I remember it was last October. It was like right after the tornado that hit here in Monroe and West Monroe. I just lost hope. I was like thinking, I can't do this anymore. Nobody's watching my show. And Clint noted, I came one here to buy comics, and Clint's like, why are you doing your series? I said, because nobody's watching. And then he thought, why don't you do it here? I said, okay. So I started doing the show here in December of last year. And just like Bill Scarborough was just talking about, he was more excited about it than I was. And that is so true. He really was. And I can remember the Any Questions segment that I did here. I did absolutely nothing but ask him the questions. I asked him how long he's been here, what's the books that he reads, and all that. And then we also, and one of the great things I always loved about doing shows here is that we always had fun. Not just me, but Clint had fun, and some of my fellow customers that came here had fun too. And I mean, now Renee Session is going to keep the store open, and I applaud that. I really do. But it's not going to be the same without Clint Thomas. Monroe is not going to be the same without Clint Thomas. The comics community is not going to be the same without him. And but you just got to keep moving, folks. Even in the face of adversity, sometimes you just got to keep moving. I mean, it may seem hard at first, but the longer you just keep moving, the easier it'll get. Now then,
But I mean, I remember he just had like thermal.
as you see, my contact info is not down on the screen. Now, usually it is, but not for this episode.
I remember like people
But
just embraced him. They just came up and they were like, "Man, you are."
I'm going to do one of Clint's favorite segments, and that's DC versus Marvel.
Out there and
And in memory of Clint, I picked this one out. On the DC side, we have the Atom. On the Marvel side, we have Ant-Man. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call DC versus Marvel. Welcome to DC versus Marvel. Today, it's the Atom versus Ant-Man. Because there are several characters who took on both mantles, let's go with the original Atom, Dr. Ray Palmer, and the second Ant-Man, Scott Lang. The Atom possesses the ability to shrink and grow his body and other objects to varying degrees, including the subatomic level, while manipulating his weight to his advantage, and the ability to maintain strength of a normal size in a shrunken state. With his uniform, Ant-Man possesses size manipulation, telepathic insect communication, a helmet with a retractable plexiglass face shield, and unlimited air supply, maintains normal size and strength in the shrunken state, and the ability to shrink to subatomic size and enter the subatomic universes. Who will win? We all know how this would start. They would shrink down to smaller sizes, followed by hand-to-hand combat. After minutes of fighting, Ant-Man telepathically summons an assortment of insects to attack the Atom. The Atom grows back to his normal size and swats away the insects. While doing so, he collapses. Not by being bitten or stung by the insects, but because Ant-Man went inside his ear and lobotomized the Atom while he was being distracted. Ant-Man wins. And that concludes this DC versus Marvel fight. Well, I hope you enjoyed this DC versus Marvel, and if you have any requests for it, just let me know in any of the social networks that I'm on. All right, now it's time for Clint's other favorite segment, Comically Speaking. So without further ado, let's talk comics. Okay, folks, I only have one thing to talk about, and it's actually an announcement that I have that has to do with the show. No, it's not getting canceled. One of my New Year's resolutions was that I was going to keep doing the show until I am physically unable to, not mentally, but when I am physically unable to. Very funny, but the announcement I have to make is I'm going to Louisiana Comic-Con in Lafayette next week. That's right, folks. I'm going. Louisiana Comic-Con this year will be at the Cajun Dome Convention Center in Lafayette. I am going to it. I have about a few friends that are going to it as well, and I'm going to do an episode from there. Now, as for the lineup, there's only one person I know that's going to be there, and that's James Gunn, who is the director of Guardians of the Galaxy. He's going to be there, and I will try to interview him while I'm there. Oh, Hannah wants it.
What do I do?
Say hi to Hannah, y'all.
Hi.
All right, okay. And Skylar, these are two of my three co-hosts from episode 75, which was, by the way, episode 75 was Clint's favorite episode because these three youngins were in it. And in memory of Clint, there will be certain episodes where these three will be my co-host again. It will happen again. So that's it for Comically Speaking. Now then, my favorite segment, Clint's favorite segment, and all my fellow customers' favorite segment on the show. Let's get to the comics I bought this week. Comic books I bought this week. I remember now. I'm not going to mess up. Okay, first up is Batgirl number 44. Now this is now Batgirl is continuing her adventure. She's no longer in Gotham. She's now in Burnside, and she's gone through a lot of changes. First off, she kind of she wanted to branch out on her own and not be so not work in secret like Batman does. And this doesn't really bode well with the early issues. And in this one, we find out that she has a new, a new boyfriend. That's right, Hannah. Okay, so somebody hand me a book. All right, thank you, Alyssa. All right, wait.
Last episode.
Yeah, that one next. Okay. Okay, careful now. All right, next up is Sinestro number 14. Now, and hand me that other one, Skylar. Well, Sinestro numbers 14 and 15. And what's going on in here is like he's still trying to reform the Green Lantern Corps and find his own place in the universe. And I'm still a little behind on it, but as a matter of fact, Sinestro was the one book that I'm behind the most out of any of them.
I'm sorry.
Okay, and lastly.
Now, Alyssa, get on his book. They're fighting.
Okay.
I'm sorry. My baby sister. My baby sister was get away.
Skylar.
God.
All right, and next up is Red Hood and the Outlaws number 4. Now this team, this is the Red Hood, of course, is Jason Todd and Arsenal. I'm sorry, it's Red Hood and Arsenal. And Arsenal is Roy Harper, who in the previous DC universe was Speedy, Arsenal, and Red Arrow. And they're going out and doing their own thing. Okay. Oh, by the way, this past Friday I went to Books A Million in right down the road from here, and I bought Thor's number 3. Now Thor's is a book that is a tie-in to Secret Wars, and then also bought another tie-in to Secret Wars, Guardians of Nowhere number 3. So with that 2 to go along with these 4, that's 6 I bought. Which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 6,967. I'm sorry. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. This special episode, rather, and this is exactly what Clint would have wanted. He would have wanted us to move forward and be happy because of course we miss him. We all do. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Monroe will never be the same without Clint Thomas, and that is that's just the bottom line. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. This is a card that we all got at his funeral earlier today, and it has something that I read on here. Well, there's something on here that I read, and I thought it was so powerful, and it makes me feel even better about wanting to keep doing the show. It says here, life is locomotion. If you're not moving, you're not living. But there comes a time when you got to stop running from things, and you got to start running towards something. You've got to forge ahead. Keep moving. Even if your path isn't lit, trust that you'll find your way. And that's from the very first issue of the current Flash series that was said by Barry Allen's mom, Nora Allen. That, I tell you folks, that is so powerful.
Be a hero, be a hero.
All right. But next week I will be here for episode 85.
Tell me when you're saying it.
I will. All right, I'm about to say it. All right, but I'll be here for episode 85 right here at Clint's Comics. But anyway, I'm Victor Nutley. I'm the comic hero. We miss you, Clint.
Yeah, I got it.
And we're gonna move forward. We're just gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving, brother. So you rest in love. And I'll see you next week for episode 86 or episode 85. So till then, be safe, be blessed.
Be a hero.
What he said. Thanks for watching.